Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now there's a bunch more stuff happening in February that Kabam did not cover on their live stream, but we do have the release notes and the forum post about side event, which means we can go through all of that stuff as quickly as we can. So obviously we do by now already know that we have two new champions, Dust and Ironheart, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. One thing that we had kind of mixed up is the fact that different incursions typically has meant that incursions is taking place of a side event. Not in this case, because we will actually get a rift type of side event, and the incursions are going to be different as well. I'm going to break that down in detail a bit later on in the video, but that will effectively give us some additional stuff to do and additional rewards, to be honest, because we will be able to get at the very least 200 tier 2 primordial dust next month, which is quite cool. It's a full ascension, very happy with that. So Winter of Woe, that is effectively a start of Eternity of Pain 2.0. Discussed that previously as well. You will have to be either Paragon or Valiant in order to be able to access it. And there will be some crazy good rewards as well, including tier 4 alpha catalysts and tier 7-star signature stones and a whole bunch of other goodies. So you do not want to miss that. And if you have a chance to become Paragon soon, do that. These events are very worthwhile. And if you have a chance to become Valiant before that, do that too, which is much harder, obviously. Again, very important note here, these events will start before the release of 8.4. That means that, if you're not Valiant by the start of the event, you will end up missing out on some of the rewards. So, Lunar New Year. So we're going to be celebrating the Lunar New Year as well with the typical antics, with the whole red envelope thing and the 888 loyalties and that other stuff. So we have some champion updates. This is meant to be the Red Guardian buff. So we can quickly go through that. Basically, it's the second and the final version of the Red Guardian buff that we saw, where his Trom potency is increased 100%, but stack limit is reduced to 1. Overall, Red Guardian buff still looks very good. And as soon as it goes live, obviously I'll do some test and comparison things. I do actually expect myself to rank up Red Guardian. I was kind of waiting for this buff because I kind of liked him as a character previously, and this will make him much more viable to play, with a higher damage output for sure, higher durations, easier to maintain, and quite a lot of good stuff. It's not the first version of the buff that we saw, where you could still stack traumas up to 2 and do even more damage in longer fights, but hopefully this buff still is absolutely kick-ass, and well, we're gonna have a chance to test that out for sure. And then we have a whole bunch of bug fixes and improvements. I don't think I saw anything too crazy in here. Nick Fury hopefully is going to get fixed for the 18th time. Photon's double Fury activation is going to get taken away. Some tags getting updated. That's just about it. So, February. What's happening in February, right? We're going to have Listen to Your Ironheart side event, which effectively is going to be that Rift format, which does sound very grindy, because if we are absolutely honest, the Rift rewards themselves do not look too great. Even if you hit the jackpot with the 1% chance, the best reward there is 6-star Awakening Gem, or 1,000 7-star Hero Crystal Shards, or 1,000 6-star Relic Shards. So that's not a super lucrative jackpot. Now, every single player will have the chance to select this path at least once. Obviously, that means you're going to be picking up the 7-star Shards. And virtually everything else under that is themed towards 6-star champions, as in 6-star shards or gold or tiny bits of tier 6 basic, tier 3 alpha for the most part, which I'm probably going to end up picking anyways, or 6-star 6 stones. So we're going to see how we do with the rifts. I can't say that with this part I am very happy, but there are some other good stuff there. And it seems fairly straightforward. We're going to earn the 32 total entries. Some of them are going to be sent by mail, some of them we're going to get just by playing the game and, getting points in solo event. And then we're going to go in the Rift and select our rewards. Eventually, now and then, we're going to earn these keys, which will allow us to select like a specified path. Additionally, only available for Paragon Plus Summoners is going to be Paragauntlet solo objective, which seems like it's going to be a relatively consistent thing now, that will award us with 100 tier 2 primordial dust, which again, I very much look forward to. There's going to be a bit other sets of rewards, like fully clear each solo objective to unlisted rewards for your progression level, such as relic stuff. This is the relic side, so I'm not even going to break it down, but there are going to be solo objectives for relic things. We're going to have romance class sets as well, obviously for the Valentine's Day, as in the month of February. Win fights with specific class or romance type champions in any game modes. And then we're going to be earning these entry keys by that. And devoted, well, we're going to get these decryption keys that will allow us to select specific paths in the Rift. What else do we have? There's going to be new title, user title Heartless. Some additional solo events on top of all of that. And as we are going to be clearing rifts, we're going to have this event where we gradually earn guaranteed rewards from the rifts. Now, these already do look significantly better. Nothing too crazy or exciting, but it still involves tier 6 basic catalyst fragments, still involves some 7-star hero crystal shards, another 100 tier 2 primordial dust, which again completes a full ascension, and so on and so forth. So there's obviously going to be meta crystals for the next month, as they always do. I'm not even going to break down every champion in it. We're going to have Lunar New Year incursions, which we kind of discussed slightly previously. There will be a set list of bosses that we are going to encounter in whichever rooms. On top of that, all the cooldown timers have been reduced to 5 minutes, so we can effectively go in and grind these as much as we can. Some champions have been removed from incursions, Void and Mephisto, which I'm quite happy with because both of them involve unavoidable or hard to avoid damage with some of the nodes. And Luna's New Year incursions crystal contains the following rewards. You can get incursion artifacts, 8 or 88,000. You can get gold, 188k or 888k, or ISO. So incursion artifacts are kind of cool because we can get at least 7 stars, or people can use it to solve their ISO drought. You will find Lunar New Year crystals in the following zones, so we can see that we can get quite a lot of these in general. So hopefully we can get a whole bunch of artifacts and open additional 7-star. And Lunar New Year quest. The collector has opened a new quest series to celebrate the new Lunar New Year. Collect your red envelopes by playing these quests. Completion exploration rewards have all kinds of goodies, including greater red envelope crystals and crystals. So we can see what these crystals contain. They're not really updated. The best bits obviously are the fact that you can get units, 88 or 188 units from these. There's still the gold, loyalty, battle chips, ISO, and so on and so forth. So these aren't, the craziest things in the world. However, all of these little things will hopefully end up adding together well. And here we go. Spend gold or win fights against gold pool Dragon Man champions or champions that share synergy with them. Basically gold spending event that will also include 888 Titan shards and a few other bits, like additional greater red envelope crystals, some mythic crystals, tier 6 basic catalyst, tier 3 alpha catalyst, some 7-star hero crystal shards as well. And it's always kind of nice to get extra stuff for, doing things that you already do in the game anyways. So by all accounts, it does seem like, there's going to be some interesting things happening in game. On top of that, Eternity of the Pain 2.0 version that's starting up, as well as Valentine's Day stockpile. So a special 14-day rewards calendar is coming your way, but with a brand new look. The Valentine's Day stockpile is a progression-based calendar with some incredible rewards just for you, Valentine. I mean, just for you. Summoner, collect a love juice, powerful potions, crystal shards, and even select champions to your roster. Valentine summoners that are uncollected and below will get to add a 5-star champion from special limited pool to their roster, while Cavalier and Thronebreaker players can add 6-star champion to their team, and Paragon summoners will add multiple 6-star champions to their team and even have a chance at a 7-star champion. Valiant summoners will not only get to flesh out their 6-star roster, but will even get a 7-star Invisible Woman, Black Cat, Domino, Mojo, Angelo, or Iron Man from the special crystal on day 14. So, if you are Valiant, you will get a guaranteed 7-star. from this calendar, which, again, is quite cool. And this just for logging in and playing every day. So there you go. That is all the extra stuff that we get in the February. And it does look like hopefully it's going to be quite active month. There is something that they have not announced as well coming at end of the month, allegedly, or so I heard in the stream. So hopefully they will do a better job of keeping us busy than they did in January, right? As soon as the off-season of Valorant started, it was... Also, obviously, hopefully we can see that Battlegrounds rewards buff coming very, very soon. But that will be just about it. I hope you guys found this video useful and informative. And if you did, then hit all the like buttons, sub buttons, all the crazy good buttons. And I'm going to catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about